Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Busi and today I'm talking about where to get started if you want to immigrate to Canada. Now, if you have not yet, watch this video on my channel where I take you through how to figure out which programs you are eligible for. I would advise that you pause this video and start there. And after you have figured out which programs you are eligible for, and now you're thinking, okay, what's that first step and what do I need to do? The first thing that you want to do is go to that number one place that I always say we must check, and that is the canada.ca site for immigration. That's where you will see what documents they require for you to go through whatever process you need to go through, and that is the first place you need to go. So if you're going through the express entry process, you now need to create a profile, because if you don't have a profile in the express entry pool, there's no way that you are ever going to get selected and possibly receive an invitation to apply. So you're trying to get to a place where you've created your profile and you are in the game. So when the next draw comes with FSW, the Federal Skilled Worker Program, you are already in there and you are eligible and have a chance of being selected. So first document that you need, and it's one of those that I think I hardly ever really ask because I take it for granted that everyone should have a passport if they're looking to immigrate. But if you don't have a passport yet, that is your first document to sort out. Make sure that you have a valid passport. If you have a passport that has expired, now is the time to go and renew that passport and get a new one. The second thing that you want to do, second and third thing, you can really do them around the same time. You choose whichever one you want to do first, but it is doing your language test. If you want to create a profile, you will need to have your language test scores. So get your language test done, study, practice, get that test done, and you will have it valid for a period of, I think it's 3 years. You can just double check on the website, the IELTS website. I will link everything in the description so you know exactly where to go to get the things done. The third thing is getting your educational credentials assessed. Now you can do this through an organization like VIDOES, and I will add a link in the description of that. But you basically will get your institution wherever you studied to send them your transcripts, and then they will check and say that in Canada your degree or whatever it is that you have is equivalent to X. They'll say what it's equivalent to in Canada, and you need to do that along with your English test. So now you have your passport, you have your English test, and you have your qualifications or credentials assessed. And the next thing that you need to make sure that you're sorting out at this point is your proof of funds. And how much proof of funds you need, that is going to be determined by the Canada immigration officers. So I strongly suggest that you always go and check on the website if anything has updated or has changed, and you'll get to see how much you need for one person, how much you need for a family, and so on and so forth. And if you are going through a provincial nominee program, this is the part where you will also need that provincial nominee at hand. Or if you have a job offer already, you will need to have that job offer available, but it's not required. The job offer and a provincial nomination is not required before you can create a profile. You can create a profile with the documents that I just mentioned. You just need to have your passport, you need to have your credentials assessed, you need to have your English test, and have your proof of funds ready to go. That is all that you need to create a profile. And then you create your profile and wait for an invitation to apply for permanent residence. If you are interested in being part of a community of people who are similar to you, people who are doing their research, people who want to immigrate and move to Canada, I created a group on Mighty Networks. There are a number of people in there who are at very different stages of the process, but can provide and have provided very useful information. I will place a link in the description. If you would like to join the Busi G fam, you can do so on that link. I look forward to welcoming you in the group. And in the next video, I will be going through what the next steps are after you have received your invitation to apply. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you on the next video.
Thank you for watching.